Welcome back here to College Park. It was a frustrating week for Maryland, for George Mason. It's more of the same. It's just that offense that is so dangerous. They've put it on display here so far today. They've struck for 6 runs in the first 2 innings.
Sure have. And we saw in that last inning, we were talking about how dangerous they are with 2 outs. It looked like Maryland was well on their way to getting out of that inning without giving up any runs. Then Mason scores 2.
And Hollis Porter in the air to right center. There's your response for Maryland.
Talk about moonshots. That might have landed on Mars. That was crushed.
It's one of the most impressive homers I've seen in my 4 years at this ballpark. 110 off the bat, 451 into right center.
Yeah, he killed that. There was no doubt. Like, as soon as that came off his bat, the question was, where's that going to land?
Take another look.
Aiden Hill.
Yeah.
That is some swing for number 9, and he knew it immediately.
I mean, look at how far that's gone. Whew. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for this Terps team.
And now it's Aiden Hill. He's got home run power as well. He's hit 5 this year.
Yeah, he sure does have home run power. And, you know, as much as we've been talking about this Mason offense, it's worth noting this Maryland offense.
That's Hill in the right center, and all of a sudden Maryland's offense has come alive.
Yeah, they're pretty talented too. And Drum had a solid first inning, got the outs he needed, got some big names out, showed more strikeout stuff than I think we expected from him. But early on here, Maryland is starting to see the ball.
Sweet sound of 4-2 Doug is going to bring Elijah Lambros here to the plate. Let's see if he can keep things going here. With nobody out, that's going to miss upstairs.
Yeah, now for Drum, it's critical. He's just got to settle down here. He had a good first inning, pitched well in big situations. It wasn't necessarily easy for him, but he got through it. Now he's in another spot of bother. Just got to come back and attack.
Check on first as Hill dives back safely.
Yeah, and maybe give himself a breather there. He's not a guy who's got a ton of speed, as we've talked about, but he actually got a couple of strikeouts in that first inning. We know he is solid stuff.
It's going to miss down low. It's now 2-0 to Lambros.
This is exactly what you want for Maryland. I mean, a big inning can now put you back in here.
Runner on first is Hill. Lambros checks his swing. He did not go, and it's 3-0. Some dark clouds arriving here from left center field. Some rain may be coming later. 3-0 to Lambros. He takes, that's right down the middle. Jake Drum looks home and fires, and Lambros takes another strike. These are middle pitches. I think Maryland is just wanting to walk.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I get it in a way, but also why not let him go at it?
Well, now it's full count. Check on first. Hill is back there safely.
And that's the issue right there, because you get those 2 middle pitches, and now you can't really just chase. I mean, that would have been chasing, but you can't really just go hunting now.
Full count here from Drum to Lambros, and Lambros crushes it down the line and left. Hill, the stop sign at third, and Lambros is in with the double, and all of a sudden Maryland is feeling good here on offense with Colin Gibbs stepping up.
They sure are feeling good. You know, we talked about that George Mason offense being really good top to bottom. This Maryland offense is too. Lambros right there, just nice job. Pulls it. And Maryland now seriously in business. And Drum Getting a mad visit.
So there's Lambros, and Dash, how good has he been late in the lineup this season? It's, I think, so important, especially at this level, to have that deep lineup, and he's really provided a spark for Maryland from this 8 spot.
He sure has. I mean, the batting average is 250, but a 396 on-base percentage is very, very good.
He's really setting the table for the guys at the top of the order. He moves up a spot. We've seen him at 9th at times, but now Colin Gibbs is going to take that spot, and Gibbs in limited time off the bench in his freshman year has been very good. Gibbs is going to take outside.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Gibbs being good in limited time. He has a 400 on-base percentage so far this season.
And he's got 2 in scoring position here with nobody out. Gibbs takes outside.
Yeah, Drum's really up against it right now. This Maryland offense is starting to get to him a bit, and you see it gives his stats right there.
Looking to add to that RBI total. Hits it well down the line, but it's hooking foul.
Yeah, that landed on the walkway. A student just looked. Where'd that come from? Thankfully, nobody was injured. That's what we want. No injuries.
Count goes to 2-1 to Colin Gibbs. Pitch home from Drum that finds the inside piece. The one, I guess, problem that Colin Gibbs has run into is strikeouts. He's struck out 11 times at 25 at-bats. That's an excellent take by him, just high.
Yeah, that was right on the border with the strike zone.
What a spot here for the freshman. 2-on with nobody out. The full count pitch coming from Drum. And Gibbs is going to put it on the ground to second. That's enough to score Maryland's second run. It's an RBI ground out for Colin Gibbs, and it moves Elijah Lambros over to third. The freshman did his job there, Dash.
He really did. And right now for Maryland, suddenly the mood music's changing. This is the team now where they're in a position where still just 1 out, runner on third, top of your order coming up. They'll feel like they can get another run or 2 here. And if you get it down to 3-run game, college baseball, that is absolutely ball game. Pro baseball, that's game on.
Martin takes high, and again, Gibbs really did his job there, Dash, because not only does he bring the run home, but he also moves Lambros to third, and now a ball to the outfield cuts this lead in half. It would be 6-3. Martin takes just high there, and now it's 2-0.
Yeah, certainly productive at bat there for Gibbs. And now for Martin, he's up in the count too, and it's interesting, nobody's warming in the bullpen that we can see for George Mason.
It's going to find the bottom of the zone there to Martin. 2-1.
Yeah, interesting to see what the plan is here with Drum. Hasn't had a crazy pitch count, but is.
Martin in the air, left center, that falls in, and he's thinking too. Scoring is Lambros. It's an RBI double for Martin, and just like that, it's 6-3.
Game on. Slow and steady. Hasn't won the race just yet, but it has made it a race again.
First baseman, Eddie Hakopian.
Terps are right back in it. How about their offense's response here in the bottom of the second, Dash?
Yeah, good contact there by Martin. Goes opposite field.
And the slide in, the celebration. Let's see if Eddie Hakopian can get going here.
This would be a good time for him to bust his slump.
He wears 3 for a reason. He deserved it, and when it was announced, I think everybody within the Maryland baseball program agreed with the choice. So he shows bunt here, and it's a very good one. Butler charges. There will be no play. Maybe that's how he can get going.
That's exactly why for Eddie Hakopian. So much tough luck. Legs out of bunt. It was a really good bunt, too. That's going to fire you up.
Yeah, that's not on Butler at third, Dash. That's just a perfect bunt. Let's take another look. Look, that's just leadership right there. You know, you're trying your best to swing your way out of the slump, but maybe You could just find a way to get on to help your team. That's enough. And now Chris Hakopian, his brother, can tie it with one swing. A check to first as Eddie Hakopian is back. And if Chris doesn't, you've got Alex Kolarko up next.
Yeah, you still got just one out in this inning, so there's a lot of potential here.
It's been a very good inning for Maryland, and boy, have they needed it after that no-doubt homer in the top half of this inning by Quinn Irons.
It's worth noting there is some activity now in the bullpen.
Pitch home to Drum, just outside. He's going back to that off-speed pitch. That's the one that Hollis Porter took over 450 to right.
Yeah, tricky situation here for him.
Finds the bottom of the zone there. He goes back to speed, comes in at 89. You've got to be very careful here to Chris Hakopian if you're Drum.
You sure do. He's a tying run at the plate right now.
1-1. Hakopian thought about it. He wisely lays off, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, just got to keep putting the pressure on Drum if you're Hakopian.
Again, just a ball to the outfield. That would work here. That would make it 6-4. Another check on first. But I think if you're Maryland, Dash, when you think about who's coming up next, with Kolarko and Orr and then Porter, you really want to try to get back into the game right now because this George Mason offense, they're not going to slow down. 2-1. It's right down the middle. It's a nice pitch, though, by Drum. He really caught Hakopian off guard. I think that Hakopian was waiting for an off-speed pitch, but heat instead.
Yeah, and Drum's had some really solid work today. Maryland has just caught up to him this inning, but that was a good pitch there.
2-2. Drops a little bit too much, and the count is full.
This is a huge pitch here now. If Drum can get this out, that's absolutely massive. But if Hakopian gets on base, the rally isn't just on and going. It suddenly becomes a critical threat here for George Mason.
Chris Hakopian at the plate, 2-on. Full count from Drum, and Hakopian pops it up near side. Is it going to drift out of play? It does. We're going to try it again at 3-2. What a ball game we've had here early, Dash. It's just the second inning, but there's 9 runs on the board.
Yeah, 3 field goals. We'll see who gets to a touchdown first. Yeah, I feel this one might be kind of high scoring, and it's lived up to that.
Evan Johnson, Maryland's biggest fan, getting him fired up. Full count pitch home, and Hakopian hits it high in the air to right field. Lavin is under it. It's plenty deep. Coming home is Martin, and it's 6-4. 2 very productive outs here for Maryland in the second. Plates 2 more runs, and it's a 2-run game.
Absolutely. The launch angle and the velocity just weren't quite right on that one, but it does the trick. Maryland now down by just 2, and man, credit to this Terps offense. They were in a tough spot. Their team needed them, and they're responding superbly.
Now you've got a guy, Kolarko, stepping in that could tie the game with one swing. But Chris Hakopian, he did the important work, as did Collie Gibbs, to bring those runs home. Kolarko takes, that's strike 1. Midweek baseball, I mean, you know it's going to be a shootout. So far, it certainly has been. Oh, 1 home from Drum. Kolarko drops to a knee as he swings and fouls it back.
Yeah, he was really going after that one.
And the inning really started with a bang with Porter's homer.
Sure did. I mean, that homer is one of the most titanic homers you'll ever see.
That was crushed. No other way to put it. Upstairs there on Kolarko at 88 miles an hour as he kind of flinches there for a second. Now he's going to step back in. Kolarko power from both sides as he stands in the lefty box now. 1-2, another big hack fouled back into the netting.
Good job by Kolarko just staying alive here. He's just got to put the pressure on Drum. Right now it feels like Drum kind of has him a little bit off balance, but if he hangs around in this at bat, he'll start to shift that pressure back on to the freshman.
2 outs, 2 strikes. Calarco, another foul ball.
Yeah, good work. He didn't get great contact on it, but did what he needed to.
He's staying alive. Five Maryland hits in this inning. They've gotten themselves back into this game. 1-2 is just outside.
Yeah, that's one where it helps to have the umpire's angle, because from up here it looks pretty good, but when you see on the StatCast, you see that was not in the zone.
Two to Calarco, called strike 3, and Drum strands 1, but not before Maryland strikes for 4 runs here in the bottom of the second, and all of a sudden we've got a game again. Stick with us here on Big Ten Plus. George Mason looks to respond.